Hey, good day everyone again. I'm back home now after I marinated my goose earlier. I went out for a shoot. Took my older son with me, and we bagged 5, so I brought him home. And as promised, I am going to show you how to skin and cut up the birds from fresh. All right, so bear with me. I'll set up and then talk you through it. All right, back in a minute. Hey everyone, welcome back. So I went out, like I said, after marinating that goose earlier, and we downed 5 birds in total. I took my son out with me. I normally do this in the bush, okay? However, because of the mozzie factor, mosquitoes, sandflies, etc., a bit uncomfortable, so I brought them home. What I've popped up here, I've got a BMX bike tube, and I've just hooked it onto my clothesline, okay? Just to make a little noose type setup there. It's not a noose, but it's a slip knot sort of thing, and hang the goose up. Normally I do this in the fork in a tree. Find something that's comfortable for your height. I'm about 6'2", so this is perfect for me. So what we do, get the goose, put his head through the tube, and you want him or it to be facing you, belly side, and that's where all the action is going to be. Alright, so like I was showing you earlier in other videos, have all your gear with you, and it's pretty much the same tools, okay, when it comes to cleaning the bird, cutting the bird, dicing the bird. It's the same tools every time. Alright, so here we go. We've got the Magpie Goose. That's what it looks like. It's a good looking bird when it's in flight, but it even tastes better. Alright, so that's it in there. What we want to do before we skin him, we want to break the major parts down. Okay, so with that, on the wing, I'll start on the wing. Okay, we're going to find the elbow joint, I call it. It's down in here. So sharp knife, cut down to the elbow joint and pull it over. You'll see the knuckle open up, just like that. See that white bit there? That's the knuckle. Just run your knife around that knuckle and that'll come off nice and easy. Bam, and that's it. Alright, so same side, grab the leg, hyperextend it, which means pull it up but don't break it. You want to bend it in its unnatural way, okay, just like our legs, elbows is a hyperextension. So hyperextend it, pulling up some weight. So you find the knuckle, it's there, it's very obvious. You want to cut it through the middle of that knuckle, just there. So just run your sharp knife blade across there in the hyperextension and flexed there, and then it'll just fall apart. Grab your knife, it'll find its way through there. Any resistance, it'll find the easiest path. Alright, we've got some big feathers on the end of that first cut. We just pull them off like so. Now, this side, from the other side, from the top, if they're flying, find the elbow, which is there, slice down to it, peel it, there's a knuckle. I'm just going to run my knife around it, bam, that's it. Working on the same side again, hyperextend the leg, find the knuckle, slice the skin. When you slice the skin, you don't have to cut real hard with this. It's just that simple slice of that thin skin and come around. And there you have it. Alright? So that's in there. Taking the legs and the wings off. Now, for the important bit, here is the chest area. That's where we get our breast meat from that I showed you earlier. And how we do this. Alright, from the neck up downwards, I'm going to feel for the start of the chest bone, which is about there. You'll feel it because it'll travel like that. Neck out on the chest, like that and down. It's going to come to the top of the chest there. Pinch the skin, pull it out a little bit, then get my knife and run it under my fingers and slice up towards it, up and away towards the neck and the head area. So you can see there, I'm starting to expose bits and pieces, nice fluffy bit, and there you go. You can see part of the chest. Okay, come in, have a look. In that first cut, you'll see that there's the windpipe, and you can just see the chest bone there. That's in there. Okay, so I'm going to stick my thumb there just to separate it from the bird a little bit, and that's going to give me room to work with my knife. Straight down, both sides, left and right, just come straight down towards and in between the legs. Okay, support your bird every time you put some downward pressure on it, just so you don't rip the head out of the hanging spot. So that's in a good place there. I like it there. And I'll come back to that in a bit. Right, next step is to, where the colours change from white to black there, that's where I'm going to use as my working area. So same again, pinch it, get the windpipe out the way, and just follow that colour around the neck. Don't have to cut through the neck itself. If you do that, your bird's going to fall on the ground and mum's not going to be happy. Alright, you do that around. So that's it there. So there, one more little cut just there. Snip, there you go. Expose the neck and it's perfect. Alright, some birds you'll see what they've been eating just there in their throat area. Yeah, that's not going to hurt anyone. It's good for them, so it keeps them nice and healthy when they're alive. Okay, so from here, we won't need the knife, so I'm going to put it down. From there, peel the skin back, pull it away from yourself, push, pull, all right, open him right up, grab the windpipe, pull it out, give it to the dog. Dog loves it. All right, he's probably over it by now because this is the third day filming and we've done this a couple of times. The first time I started filming, the sound ballsed up, so this is my correction. All right, so we got the breast exposed. What we want to do now is a push-pull. We're going to get a good grip on that part of the skin and feathers. The other hand under the armpit, we're going to push up and pull down just to get it straight off, and it'll come down the drumstick or the wing. Okay, there you go. Bam. Okay, same on the other side. Swap hands, push up, pull down. The reason why I do that, push up, is because I don't want to rip the head out of its resting spot there. It's holding itself up. All right, and pull it straight off the knuckle. Any excess feathers there, get rid of them. All right, we're going to come down here and bring it off the legs. Same technique, push, pull. The pulling bit is pull down where the skin and feathers, and the other hand is pushing up to bring it down. All right, so I'm happy with that. I've just taken it down just past the bulk of the drumstick there, right there. I'm going to get my clippers, the universal tool, again, thanks to my brother, and just clip it right there at the base of that meat. You can see the flesh there, and just go bam. All right, and there it is. It's hanging by a thread, and then same on the other side. Make sure that skin's separated, bring it down just on top of that meat. You can see where it ends there, and it turns to cartilage and gristle. Snap, grab your knife, and then just cut them away, and that'll just hang there then, out of the way. Right, yeah, so here, make sure the skin's off and away, and there you have it. So that's what your bird's looking like, okay, ready to cut into portion size, what you've seen in the earlier videos. Now, our first important cut is along this chest bone here. You can see that white line? That's their sternum, okay, where all the ribs join up, etc. Alright, so the first cut, you want to hold it, keep your fingers out the way, and it's an important one, this one, because what you want to do is get your knife as close as possible to that, to the sternum, to the, let's just call it the rib cage there, and slice down, so nice and close to it, and there, slice down and away, and then stick your thumb in there. You can hear it falling away, and then you just want to work. I'll put the light on, hang on a second, put my headlamp on. Okay, you just want to cut that away from the chest plate and all of that. There you go, look at that. It's probably one of my better cuts so far this season. Alright, up here is the wishbone, where you can see that fat sitting. You want to work, get your knife up alongside the wishbone and slice up and away, and there you go. Now bring your knife underhand, come up to the shoulder joint, and bam, there you go. You should be able to see now the shoulder join there. You just want to run your knife around there. Good knife will find it, and there's not much to it. I put no pressure on it really, but it just took it off. So that's it, that's the first cut there. As you can see, breast, wing. Alright, we'll dress that up, or I showed you how to dress that up in an earlier video. Alright, for the other side, I know, let's stick on the same side first because we've still got this thigh and drumstick there. What we want to do, see what I did there? I flexed it out, dislocated that joint, and that's my guide. So I'm going to start my cut from up here and we're going to end up down here. All that is that good meat that I showed you in earlier videos, so you want to keep that. So starting up high, come down, just let your knife find its groove, aim for that knuckle where you flexed it and keep coming down the side of the body. Bam, there you go. Nice bit of fat there. I'd leave that on there, adds flavour to the cooking. Pull off any excess feathers, it's great. Alright, so like I showed you there, we'll cut that later on. Okay, other side. I'm not going to commentate this time, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Or actually, I'll commentate for this one, then I'll do the next bird without commentary. Let's clean that knife up a little bit. Super. Alright, chest bone, straight, close as you can, slice down. Alright, thumb in, get that grip most of the meat and just cut it away from the bone. You can hear it. If it sounds like that, you know you're doing a good job because you're right up against that rib cage. Alright, let's try and get that right up to the top of the wishbone. Okay, reposition, and we're going to bring it up the side of the wishbone. Now your knife will tell you, nice sharp knife, straight along there, that's it. So same again, come up, armpit, straight up, look for the knuckle and let your knife do the rest. Bam, there you go. Another wing and another breast. Alright, that's a fairly decent size one, that's healthy. And you know what, this sucker's going to taste good in the pot. Okay, we've got that leg. Now, I already chopped it off. Bam, you can see his lower leg hanging there. Same again, find that thing, break it away. This one's been shot, so I don't have to flex it out, but I know that line because I want to start here and come down the side of the body, cutting it down and through to the bottom. Oh, so this one's been hit in the leg. So we've got to find, without wrecking your knife, let's go. Got to find, there it is, the bone sticking out from the hip. Come down. Don't let your knife go through the bone or else you wreck your good knife. Alright, and there it is, there's another thigh. Okay? Beautiful. Now, Mum requested the giblet. I'm going to give Mum this giblet, okay? So the giblet is just in there at the lower end of the rib cage, under the rib bone. Come down. All you have to do is do a little snip just under there. Don't go in too far, or else you're going to damage the inside and it's going to bleed too much. So just, if this is a fine thin skin, just a little snip right there, down, and that's it. You can just see there, it goes up. You can slip that up a little bit, there and down, a tad there, without doing damage to any organs whatsoever. Alright, so it shouldn't bleed too much. So with the hand gripping the bird, squeeze it out. You can see it coming out now, and just grip it, grip, grip, work it out, work it out. Alright, and it's connected to the stomach, and we just want to cut that connection off. And there it is, that's your giblet. And you slice it in half. I'm going to show you how to slice it in half actually while we're here. Once my neighbour's Harley takes off, let him go around the corner. Quick cut. On that same side you cut the that valve that was connected to the stomach. Right in the middle, just give it a slight cut. Not all the way down because you don't want to damage your hands. Now the good thing about this part of the goose is that you can tear it and it'll follow your line. So just tear it open. What is in here is all its food being broken down, ready for digestion. Alright, so I've got water running under us, so all this will get washed away at some stage. Alright, so that's it. Get all that off. That's just all the seeds and the grass in there, and there is a film of tougher skin here. What you want to do is just peel that away. Peel, 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 and it'll take most of that junk with it. You'll know you haven't done it right if you see the junk there. Alright, peel it away. Peel. See, there's a nice little area that I've cleaned up. There you go. left to right action, down, up and down, doesn't matter which way you do it, just as long as it all comes off. Alright, and then once you're satisfied that you got most of it off, because if you cook it with that stuff on, it'll be very chewy, and it doesn't it's not much fun if you're going to be chewing your bloody meat for half a day. Alright, that's it. And then you just give that a clean up with water and your knife. There you go. So have a look over here on the table. So that's what we ended up with there. 2 breasts, the thigh, and both thighs. Coming back to our carcass, as you can see, I didn't leave much waste on there. Some people will take the wishbone, but I'm going to leave it on there for now, just for the purpose of this recording. There is the heart up inside the cavity, chest cavity, if you want. It is a nice part of the bird to eat once it's cooked, but I'll leave it there. I'm going to get onto the second bird, all right, and I'm just going to skin it like I would as if I wasn't recording out in the bush, and I'll just show you how quick this process is. Okay, so bear with me. I'll swap it over. All right, there you go. Slip him out. Second bird without commentary. Here we go. Looks good. Fell in the mud when I shot him, but I'm going to do this one like I said. Like I said, without commentary, I'm just going to go ahead and do it as if I was in the bush. So you can time this if you want, or just watch your counter down the bottom. Be careful. This one's a little bit tougher, hey? Playing hard ball. But I got him. Don't forget to push pull so the bird doesn't come out of there. It's holding him up. Bugger. You have to get a bit of fluff there, but that's alright, we'll deal with that when we get there. remember always, if you can, cut away from yourself. You don't want to end up with an injury or your own blood spoiling the bird. A bit rough, that one. Trying to be quick, just relax. Alright. A little bit of blood, but hey, it won't hurt you. We'll just rinse it off in a second. There you go, and that's the giblet. Alright, so. As you can see, there's not much meat left on the bird. There is a little bit here, but I'll take that off and put it to our collection. Hey, listen, that last cut got a little bit bloody, but hey, that's normal, that's natural, that's goose. All right, so that's how you skin a bird, and then cut it up, get it ready for the kitchen process, which I showed you in an earlier video. If you've got any questions about this sort of stuff, hey, don't be shy to leave a comment down below, and don't forget to like it and subscribe. Okay, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get a notification when I post my next video. All right, people, thanks for watching once again, and happy hunting. Catch up.